Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Camppatton Family Compound. It is time for the Monday Night Fireside Chat, and tonight's topic is canning dairy. Oh no, we're canning dairy. Oh no. Muted.
You can't do that.
Oh, let's see. My grandmother used to can milk and butter, and my great grandmother used to can milk and butter. My other grandmother, my dad's side, I believe she canned milk down there in India because it got so hot and the ice don't not having enough ice for the ice box to keep it cool. They'd can the butter. Can the milk. So. And nobody got even sick a little bit from it. Oh. All right, let me jump over here and say hi to everybody in the side chat. First one in was, that dude right there. Second one in was that dude right there. Third one in was Aiden Ear. Then Walt Rogers. Then Phelan Clan Wolf threw up a membership been a member for 15 months. Then King Poopah's in the house. Then Phelan says he's going to be lurking. Kaylin Strain came in and she's asking about the little earthquake that happened in Idaho today. However, that was a 5.5 hour drive east of me. And it wasn't even a 5.0 shaker. To us, that'd be like, did a truck just drive down the street bouncing? But let's see here. Who else came in? Chipper66 is here. And of course, CB at Hugo Homestead's in the house. Everybody's talking. Walt threw up his membership for 15 months. Tammy's saying hello to everybody. And we have, was that Gilt Edge coming out on your side, Tammy.
Oh, welcome.
And we have Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. And then we have Angel's Homestead on your side, Tammy. And make sure to go up there. Who else? And Chef Tech switched over. Yes, Chef Tech on your side for your watch hours. And he has Mad Chick Acres on this side for my watch hours.
Thank you.
All right.
Gotta play the game.
All right. So I got a few pictures here, and then we'll jump into it. Ta-da! Yes, dairy, all that lovely dairy. And I didn't notice it at first, but the two jars here, which have the multiple lugs on them for twisting down, looks like they're getting ready to can it. But you got different types of cheeses. What? 1, 2, 3, 5 different types of cheeses. No, sorry, 4 different types of cheeses and butter. That's a butter off on the bottom right. And let's see. Hey, Tammy, that looks like that jar you just had.
We're going to talk about this jar because this is a very special jar.
Okay.
I did an experiment with this jar.
Okay. And I'm looking at the lid tops there. I don't know if anybody else can see it, but that's that B.E.
Bernaden.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh my God, the rings are on there. You can't do that. Right, Tammy?
Well, they're still cool. They're still cooling. Okay, they're still cooling on that.
Yeah, it hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Now wait a minute. Hang on, USDA. You mean these companies can it? But let me go back. But we can't. How much are they paying you to allow them to can it, and you say that we can't?
They don't say we can't. They just don't say we can.
They said they can't.
No, they say unless we say
you
can't. They have a thing elsewhere that says unless we say you can, you can't. They have that printed somewhere. And it's like, well, why don't you go ahead and do the testing? Well, we've been paid not to do the testing.
Yeah.
All right,
it's going to kill you. It's going to give you the B word. Yeah.
It's called graft or bribery or whatever you want to slap on it. But So we got some canned cheese here getting ready to be done. But wait a minute. They say we can't can cheese yet. Other companies can cheese just fine. And, oh, I'm going to can butter. No, you can't can butter. But these guys can can butter because they're a commercial entity. And let's see, we just had, just checking here. Courtney came in, Wide Family Farm. And on your side, Dartina? Dartana? Hi, this is for water bath canning or pressure? As a question there.
You can do
Pressure.
either with the milk, but I prefer the pressure canning.
Yeah, my grandmother and great grandmother did not have pressure canners when they were doing all the canning of dairy. So, and right now the Amish do not use pressure canners; they use water bath to can the dairy. Of course, the Amish usually have a lot of cows and stuff. Anyways, but you know, this is their kitchens. And they do it on that type of a stove. You got to feed that wood in there. Not only you got to watch the water when the water bathing, you got to feed the wood in to keep the temperature right. And I think that's the last. Nope, I got another one. Oh, and there's the wood burning stove with a real ice box, folks. Right there, dead in center, is an ice box. And if you don't know what an ice box really is, Google it sometimes. It's got a great history on it. And they were back here. Oh, Chipper said I'm using. I think.
I ain't dead yet.
Kaylene Moran, welcome. Glenn, how to garden? Came in on your side, Tammy.
Hey, Glenn.
and Courtney wants to know, was that your cabin?
No, but I do have a stove very similar to the one he showed.
Yeah, absolutely. That's,
Yes.
Pasteurization is done in a factory. And my grandmothers and great grandmothers canned it. Okay, we're done milking it. We're gonna put it in the ice. Froze. Put the can down in the creek where the water is almost freezing temperature, and let it separate. We're gonna pull some of the cream off to make our butter and stuff, and then we're gonna can the rest. So yeah, you can can it raw. And with all the milk we had from our two cows, we never did can it. Of course, it didn't last very long either, especially in the summertime when we were scraping every little bit of cream off of it to make ice cream daily.
Ooh. Oh, now I'm hungry. That's not fair. Where's CR? It's not. He must be here somewhere.
No. CR is shoveling his face full before he comes in because he saw the title of it. He knows what's going on.
Yeah. Usually I start talking food, I get hungry, he shows up.
Yeah. And just a reminder to everybody, even though it's still wintertime, hydrate. A proud rebel canner there.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Now, I have yet to can butter or milk or cheese myself. I've talked about it with the staff sergeant. She said, don't do it till I'm there. I want to oversee your process. I think
You better have
along
Tammy on standby.
the lines is, I know you're watching all these videos how to do it. I want to see you do it as we play the video how to do it next to you. And Courtney's hydrating with ginger beer.
Nice.
All right. So to answer some questions, which should be, which have been alluded to a little bit. So for canning, milk does not need to be pasteurized first.
No.
Although I've seen in Rebel Canners people posting, I just got 20 gallons at 99 cents a gallon from the store. It had 2 days left on it before it was supposed to expire, so I got it and I'm canning it. Milk does not have an expiration date on it. It has the best use by date.
Well,
but I wouldn't use it too long after that best use by date anyways.
Once it goes sour, I wouldn't drink it.
If it comes straight from the cow and it goes sour, I'm making donuts. If it comes from the store in paper or plastic, I'm throwing it out. There is such a big difference, big difference between raw sour milk and the stuff. Yeah.
Processed. The other thing too to consider, if you have store-bought milk that goes sour and you have a garden, don't just throw it out. Take it out and dribble it in the garden and turn it into the garden. You can check with both Howie and Uncle Al on this. That's one of the big things they add for the garden is they get dairy milk and add it to the garden. It energizes the microbes and everything else in there. It may smell a little bit, but you're going to have a healthy garden.
Activate that biochar with it. Lactobacillus bacteria, one of the best ones for the garden.
Yeah. All right. The other thing, before the question comes up, what about cheese?
I love to can cheese.
I know.
The best way I've done where I show you how to can, I've done a video with the big blocks of cheese, like cheddar and Swiss, and I think there was Gouda in there that I did. I did 3 different cheeses. I've done cream cheese that way. But I also, and this is not the best cheese in the world, it's almost not even called cheese, really, that processed nacho stuff. That's one molecule from plastic. My son loves that with chips, but he can't go through a great big thing of it. So I love to get the number 10 can, which is about the same price as buying one of those 8-ounce cans from the store, and recanning that into little 4-ounce jars.
I do that with I'll throw in the Rotel.
Yeah.
Mix it with the Rotel and I'll mix it together and then I'll recan that.
Yeah.
And that's it's all processed. There's nothing alive in there anyway, except for what got in there when the air was getting to it. So
one of the things I've noticed about store-bought milk, when I can tell when my grandkids have been in my refrigerator, they like playing with the temperature.
Oh.
And also it's like before it reaches its best use by date. And then I look over at the temperature and they turned it up warm and it's like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually caught them messing with it, the 2 younger ones, and here's a little sour milk for you guys to drink. This is what happens when you play with that. They love milk. And they're like, it's like, don't mess with that. Otherwise, I'm going to make you drink the whole thing next time you make my milk go bad.
Hey, Tammy, have you done cream cheese yet?
Yes. Same video. I did it all, a whole bunch of it at once in that same video, different kinds.
And that was about 2 years ago.
It needs to be really stirred up, especially now that it's been a couple years. You have to really kind of, stir it back in, but it is great for anything that you're cooking.
Yeah. So the cream cheese then can also be slapped over on burritos too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sour cream, not so much.
Yeah, no. The thing about doing sour cream, okay, I'm all about gut health, and sour cream has microbes in it that are very, very healthy for your gut. So you want to keep the microbes living when you eat sour cream. So when you can it and you're basically killing all of those microbes, or as many as possible to keep it safe in the jar, you never get every single one. Anyway, you really defeat the purpose. That's one of the things I won't can because I want to eat it fresh.
That's where freeze drying comes in.
Yes. Freeze drying is perfect for sour cream because then you get to keep the microbes. You can rehydrate it very easily with just a little bit of water, and it's right back to fresh.
Here's a slightly off topic, but I think it's a good question. And see, I don't know if this is a silly question or not, but could you can rice pudding?
You would be a real rebel because obviously the grains are not approved, nor is the pudding approved. So you would be a very, very much a rebel. But yes, there are lots of recipes, and the Amish do it quite frequently. In fact, I didn't realize there were so many different. I think of rice pudding as the milk and raisins and rice,
Cinnamon.
leftover rice, cinnamon. But the Amish will like put in flavored jello and make all sorts of flavored rice puddings, and they can it. And I'm like, oh, I might have to investigate.
And, over across the pond, I know they can't, they don't pressure can, they water bath can over there mainly. And someone on I think it was on your Rebel Canners was from over there was saying, oh, we do this over here, and they're talking about doing puddings and stuff over there.
Yeah.
So even though if you're thinking, if you see stuff saying, oh, you can't do that here in America, yeah, well, wait a minute, what are they doing over in Europe?
Yeah,
because Europe doesn't have the pressure canners, and the pressure canners weren't pushed like they were here.
mm-hmm.
So,
and they don't have a regulatory agency telling them no.
Yeah, a regulatory agency that is getting envelopes under the door.
Yeah.
Don't let them do this at home. Tell them it's bad, so they buy ours.
Yeah. Dustin, well, it would have been better for it to be Ice Age in there rather than Swamp Age.
Yeah. Well, if there's a squirrel running around looking for a nut in there, oh, mammoths? Right. Are there mammoths in that freezer?
Yes, Kaylin, you can powder freeze-dried sour cream and use about a spoonful. I'm in the process of doing sweet potato. You wouldn't believe the things that are in my freeze dryer right now. I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay, you're making me jealous.
Sorry. Call me.
Let's see here.
I had freeze-dried candy this weekend. Okay, this is totally off topic. Just give me 1 second. I have found my new favorite thing.
Freeze-dried Skittles.
Freeze-dried Milk Duds.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they blow up to about this big around, and the caramel is so good, and the chocolate, and it's like all air, and this is such. If I get a freeze dryer, I probably will be like 5 million pounds with freeze dried Milk Duds.
Yeah, don't do the candy. Do the long-term foods. Occasionally do the candy for a treat snack, but 36 hours of freeze dryer time, it kind of becomes annoying to make candy out of candy.
Yeah. All right. So Grandma Ginger's farm says, and I froze. Started making sour cream and cream cheese using kefir grains.
I want to get into kefir, but I don't like milk kefir, like from the store. And I know that I don't like store-bought milk, so that's part of the problem. So I need to get kefir grains and make some of my own kefir. It's on my to-do list. And I think you can also make cheese with kefir. I've seen people make cheese with kefir.
Yeah, kefir cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking something out here for sale. Okay. Aiden, here's something for you. Oh, there we go. So we got Lucky Leaf Rice Pudding at Webb Restaurants, and that's in the number 10 can. We got Cozy Shack rice pudding, Ambrose Devon rice pudding, Ambrose regular rice pudding, Senior Rico rice pudding. Senior Rico rice pudding.
That's not canned. That's refrigerator section.
That's not.
Yeah, that's refrigerator section. But the Senior Rico I'm not sure, was having some stuff recalled. So
Shocker.
part of that other stuff. But yeah, so you got several of them which are refrigerator section, and then you got the canned ones as well. So
three canned ones. That's interesting.
Yeah. And there's probably more. Let's see. Ambrose, Lucky Leaf. Yeah. Yeah, it's mainly Ambrose and Lucky Leaf.
Sorry.
Let's see. Yeah, and Dustin just fired off. He's seen it. Not common enough though.
You make rice
pudding not a big thing in the UK, but pickling is.
You can make rice pudding out of minute rice. You just rehydrate it with heavy cream, and throw your stuff in there. Costco
has boxes of rice pudding cups. All right. So rice. All right. So we talked rice pudding. Now on getting to back to the main topic here. All right. So we butter. I mean milk. You did your canned milk and stuff.
Yep.
Canning. Tammy, talk about the basic process on that.
All right, but just one question: can you can cream as well?
Not
as good?
I haven't. Because
I think heavy cream would thicken up as soon as it got hot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I don't think I would get a good product. I've never tried it. I know people that have. I don't think I would get a good product, so I haven't really experimented with that. So.
Oh, the number 10 can, that was the Lucky Leaf.
Lucky Leaf, yeah.
And that's sold at a wholesaler here called Web Restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Websterant.
Yeah, Websterant, yeah. Websterant, yeah. So on your jar, tell us about your special jar there.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start with the process because Mark asked. You take your milk, you have it at room temperature, and you put it into your canning jar and you leave your headspace. You put it into your canner with your water at room temperature. You bring it up to 5 pounds of pressure. If you're in an area where you use 10, you use 5. If you're in an area where you use 5, you use 5. If you have at altitude where you use 15, then you use 10. So it's 5 below your usual process, which sounds weird, but that is an exception. Every rule has an exception. This is the exception to the 10-pound rule. I use 5 pounds.
Is there venting time?
You that just like you would to bring your canner up to pressure. You put your weight on. When you get to your 10 pounds of pressure or 5 pounds of pressure, sorry, turn your canner off. Do not touch it. Don't look at it. Don't feel it. Don't touch it. Walk away for a couple hours. Don't look at it. Don't even think about opening it up.
Don't do
anything to it. Don't talk to it. Go find something else to do. It's on the stove, turned off. As soon as the outside of the canner is back to room temperature, your processing time is done. Then you can open it and take the jars out, let them sit for the 24 hours on your counter, and wash them off, take the rings off, put them away. I have people all the time, and I like to test things, and I love Superb lids, but I like to test just how good they are because they're really good. This milk I canned in June of last year. I brought it home and I sat it on my porch. It's been sitting there all winter outside in Michigan.
I just got an ad on mine here.
It was on purpose.
Okay.
You'll notice I still have a good seal.
Did it freeze?
Yeah. Oh yeah. All winter. Until
Shake
just
it well.
recently, it was ice. I have an inch. My headspace is right here on it. I lost 1 jar out of 6 because I had less headspace.
Crack to pop the lid.
I also left my ring on some, so you can see this one has a little rust. I also wanted to see. I know now the reason why you don't leave the lids on is because the rings and the lids are different metals. They will corrode, and I wanted one to show people that corrosion. Okay, so this was just to show. That's why they tell you not to do it. This manufacturer tells you not to do it for this reason. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah.
Plus, it was outside and it was damp. But people are asking me all the time, where can I store my canned goods? Can I store them here? Can I store them in an unheated this? Can I do this? Can I do that? This was outside, unheated, under light. It's still, I don't know if you can see, it is still just as white as when I put it in there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is sealed. I can hold it by the lid and it doesn't, it's sealed. That's how
a couple I did darkened up a little bit when I cooked because I brought it up to 10 psi, shut it off, and pulled them out. It had a little caramely-ish flavor to it. It was great in my coffee. Oh, I loved it in coffee.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it also will depend. Like individual cows have more sugar in their milk, so some are going to be whiter and some are going to caramelize more, and that's just going to depend on the individual sugar content. Yeah. The other thing I want to say while we're talking about this is you can't can it. It doesn't have, it's not acid.
It was lactic acid.
Thank you. Milk by definition, the chemical compound name for milk is lactic acid. You can can milk. It's okay. All right. That's all I have to say.
All right. Got some questions here. Courtney answered the one, but checked off asked, would you can yogurt? And the answer was no, you lose all the good stuff in it. Yeah. However, Mark, you want to answer your thing to that?
Yeah, freeze dry it.
Freeze dry it.
Freeze dry raw yogurt or natural regular Greek yogurt with no flavors in it. You rehydrate that with a good clean water in 10 years, and you can get your hands on some fresh milk. You now have your culture to make more yogurt. Yeah. 10 years later from that yogurt if you liked it.
Caitlin, I have canned goat's milk. I love canned goat's milk. I'd actually rather have goat's milk than cow's milk because I don't like the taste of cow's milk. I have not yet found a source of sheep milk, but if I do, I'll can it just to see if I can.
All right, see here. Another question here.
Yes, that's actually very, very easy to do. Sweetened condensed milk is very easy to do, and evaporated milk is a little bit harder because you run the risk of scorching it, but it's actually very easy to do.
All right, I'm just checking all the comments.
If you have a freeze dryer and you powdered some of it, it actually makes it easier to make condensed milk because you can add powdered milk into it to make it condensed and evaporated.
All right, Grandma Ginger's Farm says I have canned. I goes Cool.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of frozen goat's milk either. My cousin sent me home like 3 gallons in 2-liter cans frozen, and it's not the same as fresh. It just isn't as good.
All right, there's a question there.
Oh, I looked this up today, and I can't remember the answer.
It's got to be like 20 minutes or something once it comes to a boil. It can't be that long.
I can't remember. It is in the Facebook group. If you go to my Facebook group, I'm really sorry. It was in the Facebook group. In fact, it was even posted today, and I looked it up, I am totally drawing a blank. I really apologize. I can't remember. It's not something I've personally done, so that's harder to remember. I
just thought of something. I'm checking something here right now.
Okay.
In fact, I got that off of your Facebook group thing. The 1945 Kerr canning.
Yes.
Book.
That's where I saw it today too.
Yeah, so I'm looking through here. Hot and cold pack. Any idea how far into it was?
I don't remember. I was checking the group. I have some good news on the Facebook side of things. Can I
Okay.
share?
All right.
I am monetized on Facebook, and they just now gave me the ability to have subscriptions. So I have
Oh.
another Facebook group created today, and I was just starting to play with it. So I really was kind of doing that, and not.
I saw that link pop up when I
Yeah.
was in there.
I haven't done anything with it yet. I just created it because I just found out I could do it. It's not like they like send you a letter and say, "Hey, we're gonna let you do this now." It's like, oh, you're like checking your dashboard and like, oh, hey, guess what? It's there if you want to do it. But it's a secret. We're not telling you.
Okay. All right. So I'm on page. Let me back up here once I can see exactly what page it is. So it's 2829. Foods that will build new America. And look what we got here. Milk and milk products. In the 1945 Kerr canning book. All right, so I'm going to go look forward here a little bit on it here. And fruit butters and conserves. Okay, butter, but that marmalades, pickles, ketchups, relishes, meats, games.
Got to be dairy in there somewhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna look here. All right, going back to I'm back on the index now.
And I can't do anything because I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
Wait.
She's got the book.
I might be too new.
Yeah. I'm looking for. Well, I can't find anything under milk per se.
Dairy,
That's
cheese.
I'm going to go back to the dairy.
Oh.
Dairy food. Oh, no, it's daily food essentials. The print on this is so small. Trying to read it on. I got a huge monitor over here, but still, it's.
Yeah.
Might be in daily food essentials because milk is a daily food essential back then.
All right, I'm enlarging it so I can actually see what's going on here. There we go. Daily dill, relish, eggs. Okay, go to the next page here.
There was a new book. There was a page.
Milk, page 45.
Okay.
All right, so let me. Page 45, 44. A bit of unusual is what it's under here. So let me show this here. And actually, let me zoom in a little bit here. I'll move over onto. So we're looking on the right-hand page here. Milk. After straining fresh milk to allow it to stand until the animal heat dissipates, pour into a clean Kerr jar with half-inch to top up out of it. Okay, this just says pressure cooker. 10 minutes at 10 pounds pressure cooker or 60 minutes in a water bath.
There you go.
60 minutes in the water bath.
What size jars did it say?
I don't think it does.
Didn't say what size. It says within half-inch of the top of the jar. Put the cap on, screw the band firmly tight. And it says process at 10 minutes at 10 pounds or
probably quarts.
Yeah. Because of the 10 minutes, I'm thinking it must be quarts.
Yeah. So anybody interested in this PDF of the Kerr book, you can find it on Rebel Canada's Facebook page over on the right-hand side. They have all the upload stuff, and you can actually search through the uploads, and you just put in the 1945 Kerr canning book, and it should bring it up. I love that. I just happened to go in that day that someone had just posted it, and it's like, download.
Mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have several like that I've downloaded from different sites. Plus, I found some of my grandmother's old canning stuff from Kerr as well.
Yeah.
So, question: how about caramel made from milk?
Oh my goodness, it is delicious. It is
Condensed
so good.
milk?
So easy. It's sweetened condensed milk or sweetened condensed coconut milk. So you can make it either way. And you just can do it in a water bath.
Yeah.
And it's
I thought I saw somebody doing that like in the cans in a crock pot or something.
yes, you can use a crock pot. It doesn't have to be a boiling water bath. You can use a crock pot. It just takes longer.
All right. Yeah. You know, the thing is, what's interesting about this PDF here, when you're going through it, let me get back to the right side so I can go across to easier. Back when it's listing the times and stuff on it, at the beginning part of it where it goes and does everything just this times, and you go back to the actual page and start looking at how, you know, all the recipe for doing it, but the front gives you the times and stuff. What I like about it is it has, let me show it here. Let me zoom in here a little bit first, get it prepped for you guys.
It's got
There we
pressure
go.
and water bath.
All right.
Yep.
Artichokes. It's flickering on me here. So water bath, 180 minutes. Pressure canner, 40 minutes at 10 pounds. Let's see if I go in. There, stop. I just changed it. It didn't like 140 magnification. So you got that on there, and if I go over here, the other page, and then let's and also this like time and oven for
Oven canning.
Yeah, oven preserving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oven canning.
Yeah, but it lists all the different things here. Like you got apricots, apples, apricots, berries, except strawberries and cranberries, cherries, cranberries, currants, figs, grape juice, fruit juices, grapes, peaches, pears, pineapples, plums, preserves, quinces, rhubarb, strawberries, tomatoes for salads, tomato puree, walnuts. Then you go into meats. And then it has your little notes down here at the bottom and altitude differences and stuff like that.
Yes.
So you know, like I said, my grandmother and great grandmother were canning before there were pressure canners using water bath. Now,
Yeah.
cream is a kind of a no-go. Mark, tell what happened when we were talking about beforehand about the jar you took up to your mom's.
Oh, so yeah, the milk I canned. I did two different milks. I did the local whatever brand in my store, whole milk, and then I did a higher quality, more expensive gallon of whole milk in the same store. I was like Shenandoah or something. Anyway, so I canned those, and like a year or so later, went up to see my mom and brought it because I know she only ever had skim milk there, and I can't stand skim milk. And so I brought one of my jars of milk with me. I got up there, and she about lost her mind. She's like, "What's that?" I was like, "It's milk." She's like, "It's in a jar." I'm like, "Yeah, I canned it a year or so ago." The date was on there. She lost it. And then I opened it up, and I poured it in my coffee. I smelled it, and I let her smell it. She's like, "Well, it smells like it scalded." I'm like, "Well, sort of. Okay, it has a little caramely flavor." And I poured up my milk and just threw it in the fridge. Pint of it lasted me all week. And then inside the jar, though, right around the upper part of the glass, the fat had congealed into the glass, not into it, but it was stuck so bad, heat wouldn't take it off. I had to use a scrubby pad to get it off. Yep, you got the same thing.
Yep.
Apparently, if you shake it like every couple weeks, it keeps it from doing that. But after it sits, mine sat for a while, and the fat floated to the top and just stuck to the glass. But hey, it was low fat milk, I guess, right?
Yeah. All right, Moon Over Miami has come in, and Tennessee Tactical One, and Jeremy. Yeah, I try to keep it real. I try to talk on real things here, because if you don't talk on real things, why are you talking? If you're not talking on real stuff, why are you talking, folks?
So you can actually can this as creamer too. You can put flavorings in when you can it, and specifically to make
Extract.
canned creamer. So if you're like really into that vanilla, you can put vanilla or chocolate, all sorts of flavors, extracts.
All right, Grandma Ginger. Hey, Don. Don is in the house. WD Glock and Roll. Yeah, all right, now cheeses. How many different types of cheeses have you canned?
Let's see. Cream cheese, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Gouda, and sharp cheddar. I don't know if that counts, but it was so 5.
Swiss.
Right.
You Swiss?
Oh, Swiss. Yep, 6.
Now this
That Swiss
I
will
may
live
be
in my pantry forever. I don't like to eat it.
this may be totally off base on this one, but Munster cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You could.
You could.
Okay.
You could.
My oldest grandson, who has autism, when he was a little kid, would eat the cheese sticks, especially the mozzarella string cheese. Then all of a sudden, one day it was no more cheese. My daughter got some Munster because I guess it's a more really mild cheese, whatever, and got him to taste it, and now he wants cheese sandwiches. So, little mayonnaise, a slice of cheese on it.
Yep.
Boom, he's happy, or mustard and Munster, and he's gone happy with it. Man, as soon as you close that thing, he's just eating as he's walking away. So I wasn't sure about the canning Munster, what that would do.
And you could do it in the 4-ounce jars. I've bought canned Munster because my mom used to eat Munster all the time.
Now, when it's canned, Munster's canned. How thick is it when it's done? I mean,
What's Tammy? What's the process on canning cheese?
Oh, it's been a while. I'd have to look at my video. It's
water bath and slow pieces melting. Yeah.
What I do is I kind of have it in the oven and I melt it. I cube it and put it in the oven so it melts down and gets all the airspace out of there, and use the chopstick to really stir it and get the air out, and keep adding until I have it to my headspace full. Yeah, see, there's so much air in there. And then I put the lid on and water bath it.
How long you water bath it for about?
I can't remember.
Come on,
I was so busy. I was too busy to do my research today, and I forget because I haven't done it in so long. I should have.
I know it's on the Rebel Canner page somewhere. He's got a big fork.
Oh, it is. Cheese and I did a video, so I do have a video on my channel. I just don't remember what I did.
I remember watching that video because that was one of the ones that really, really got me excited about your channel.
Yeah.
I was excited about it already, but all of a sudden it's like, yeah, baby, yes.
Cheers. Oh, I'm a cheesehead, so I like to eat a lot of cheese. We have a whole drawer in our refrigerator, like devoted to cheese. Yes, we really are those people. Like, and if I don't have Gouda in the house, I'm like, there's something wrong. Like, I need cheese in my life.
You gotta try that bacon Gouda.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Sorry,
we actually
has a
got
couple blocks, and she won't let me touch them.
And there used to be a really good smoked Gouda
that
I could get local, and I can't. One of the reasons we bought the smoker is so I could smoke my own Gouda because I want it to taste right. I want it smoky.
I gotta try that in my smoker. I'm fearful that it's just gonna melt and turn into a blob.
Well, you have to control the temp. Is the problem. You have to have it really low. Which in the winter around here is not a bad time to try to smoke something.
You need to do a cold smoker. Smoke way off to one side through a tube and keep the heat out. Next time
I tried searching for it, and it's coming up. I don't know why it's not bringing yours up, it's bringing up some of your videos on, the one unbreakable home canning rule came up, but it's everyone else is slipping in the title. Oh, here I finally found it. No, that's a live stream. That's a live stream with me, you.
We did it
Courtney.
live. The video is live.
Okay, hang on. Let me see. So it's this one right here.
Yes, that's
Yes,
it.
that's it. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so there it is. Canning cheese. Prep my pantry. I'll pull it up here. But I also noticed all these Rebel Canning Velveeta. Someone else did it.
Yeah.
Number 10 recanning cheddar cheese Rebel Canning. Everyone's throwing Rebel Canning in there after you, Tammy.
Oh yeah, steal that name.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize when I did the research to start the Facebook group was right about the time that a certain Star Wars movie came out.
Yeah.
And so I just thought that'd be cool, because the USDA is the government and the pearl clutchers are the people that drone on them just like clones, and they only repeat what they know that the USDA has said. And so I did Rebel Canners as kind of, the rebels are the good guys and they're showing the people where to go, how to live free. And so I never had any idea that my name would become a household term for canning.
Yeah. All right, there's the link for that video, folks. If you want to go watch it afterwards, it's a good one. Good one to watch. And it is a hour-and-a-half video.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Must have been wide awake.
I canned a lot of cheese that day. Live.
Yeah, she's starting out with she has the close-up camera on it. She's got the block of the cream cheese. That's what you're starting out with, was the cream cheese.
Yeah.
So there's the cream cheese.
Oh, that's a horrible picture of me.
Room temperature cream cheese.
Yes, room temperature cream cheese.
Let me make that. I'm going to make that. I made it a little bit bigger so it shows on the so you can see going through and and see go through. Munch. Right. There you put it in the jars and you're filling off the jars with cream cheese. And so you got the cream cheese there. You got the, is that the Gouda?
Cheddar and Swiss.
Cheddar and Swiss. But yeah, so.
I think I mix the Swiss in with the other ones because I'm really not a fan of Swiss.
Yeah.
I don't like to eat cheese that smells like feet.
And
yeah, water bathing it and melting it to get it soft, and then yep.
Yeah. So there's a lot of information over there on it talking about it. And Dark Star just came in on your side there, Tammy.
Hi.
So yeah. That video I also have. Oh man, I didn't even think about looking into my save folder. I saved that video to one of my folders on my YouTube channel, so I can go in there and look at it.
Yeah, I need to do another one. I have a block of Swiss I'll probably never eat in the freezer, and then I also have what is it? It's another brie. I have brie in the freezer that needs to come out of there, so I probably need to do another canning video.
Yeah. Let's check stuff here.
Actually, brie would be great canned because it's such a soft cheese anyway. You got the little jar, you just use your little spreader and spread it on your crackers.
I literally have a round of it that's about 2 inches thick that's bigger than my head. And it's taking up a lot of freezer space.
Yeah. Just have some little roasted almonds or toasted almond slices on hand to sprinkle on there when you open it up. And a little bit of honey.
You can can nuts and honey.
Really?
FYI. Oh yeah. You can they last longer that way because there isn't the air in there to make them go rancid.
Doesn't the honey crystallize when you can it? Because honey lasts like forever anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just thought of something. Looking at the comments here, going back to the this comment about creamer, and you said honey, made me think. All right, if you want to make a sweetened condensed milk, use the honey in it, and then you add your vanilla to it, and make yourself your creamer, your sweetened creamer with the honey.
You could. You're going to lose the health benefits again. Honey is not something I can, if I can help it, because you lose the health benefits.
Yeah.
And
well, I was just thinking, if someone's going camping, they don't want to take a jar of honey along camping, but they want to have a creamer, sweet creamer for their coffee while they're camping.
And I've also used stevia. So I've done the no sugar, and I've canned with the baking stevia and used it in the creamer. And that turns out really well too. Now
I'm going to go totally off topic, down to you, Mark, on this one here. What happens when you freeze dry sugar?
It puffs up and it stays sticky.
Okay.
Like raw sugar? I mean like just like sugar packets?
No, sugar? Sorry, honey. I meant honey. When you freeze dry honey.
I've never done it, and I don't think that's even a thing.
It is, because you can buy it from Augustin Farms, and I have. And
freeze dried honey. What are they? Little honey bites?
They just like powder it. They make it into powder, so then you can use it in a recipe like you would sugar, dried.
Huh. All right.
Yes, and Augustin Farms sells it on Amazon, and I bought it. I have not opened it. I've seen other honey powders and used other honey powders, but I have I have one in my 30-year storage pantry. Okay.
You gotta text me a picture of that one. I gotta see that, because I'll look into it and see how it's done. Because if that's the case, I have a lot of local honey people around here, and I'd love to put it in little cubes or whatever. And because you can't freeze honey, it just doesn't. No. It just stays gooey. So you have to leave it. You have to just pour it on your trays and throw it in the freeze dryer.
I'll be right back. I gotta dip for a second.
Yeah, the reason I was asking about that. I don't drink coffee, but I know you guys do, and a lot of people in the side chat drink coffee. In fact, I think just about everybody in the side chat drinks coffee or tea. And I was thinking, with the creamers and stuff for your coffee and stuff, if you didn't want to have the honey in the milk, like I just do regular milk like you did, then you have the freeze dried honey. Then you just add a little, instead of adding sugar to your coffee, add a little honey to your coffee, and you add your creamer.
So, fun facts about honey, because I'm a beekeeper. This is honey that has solidified. All right. You have to literally scoop this with a spoon, and it's not going to drip. You can turn it upside down. It won't drip off the spoon. It is totally solidified. So if your honey will keep 3, 4, 5,000 years in this jar. That's what they use to preserve mummies.
Yeah. Honey is a preservative. It's a natural preservative like salt.
If it gets like this, you don't want to ever bring your honey up to boiling. But you could boil water, take the pan off the stove, put this whole container in that water and let it set. And this will restore it to what you're used to seeing in the store. Okay? It just needs to be heated, but you do not ever want to boil it. It loses all its health properties. Now, I can use it like this. I'm actually going to use this to make some creamed honey and do a video. But my bees are dead. And so Jen, who I often do videos with or at her house, has several hives. And so she has graciously given me this honey to show you guys. That's what I had to do.
Don't ever put it in a microwave. Oh, please don't do that.
No, that's
bad. My kids did that once. It softened up for about 2 seconds and turned to a brick and ruined it.
D'Artagnan, I haven't been able to do any lives because of my current living situation. It's really hard to get a quiet moment where I don't have children screaming in the background, because I have lots of grandchildren whom I love dearly, and they take after grandma. They're not very quiet.
Canning on a live stream can be difficult because canning live, it's a long process.
Yeah.
Well, look at the cheese video.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure of the packets of honey you get at Chicken Express, or McDonald's or anything
No, they're
else.
crap.
I
They're
would
crap.
have a tendency to believe that they are some of the stuff we've been warned about at the grocery stores, where they have honey, 1 part honey and 2 parts high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not. And if you read them, they say they're not honey. Like a lot of them will say honey flavored syrup right on them.
Yeah. So,
and you also want, if you're gonna, side note, I'm sorry to go from dairy to honey, but you want the honey that is harvested as close to where you live as possible to get all of the health benefits of it, because the bees in your area are making honey that has the
pollen,
the things,
local pollen,
all the local. There you go. That is what I personally would take for my allergies if I had them, which I do.
All right. One thing we really haven't touched on much here is butter, canning butter, making. Yeah, that's next.
I have done a lot of butter. Now, when you do butter, you basically make ghee, where you skim off all the proteins and you cook it, and you keep skimming the foam and you skim off all the proteins, and then you take the butter out, leaving any proteins that have settled in the bottom. So it's going to have a different flavor. The longer you cook it, the more nutty a flavor it's going to get, like ghee. Ghee itself is shelf stable without any canning. But I prefer to can my butter because at my cabin I have a lot of critters, from mice to raccoons. They don't get into these cans. All right. So if I like to can my stuff. I like to have a seal on it. It's just me.
So
really,
there is a method.
Butter.
There is a method to can whole butter. It's very tedious. I remember watching videos, and I can't remember her name. I don't think she even has a channel anymore. That's it.
Cradle. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
And that's how I do mine. She still skimmed it off though, even though it still has. Yeah. And then
I missed that channel name.
Cat's
It's all
Cradle.
K's.
Cat's Cradle
with a Z. Cradle.
Yeah, KATZKRADLE.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't make videos anymore. I don't know what happened to her. She disappeared, and I really loved everything she's ever done.
Oh, I watched them when I started canning way back, and I started watching just can. I'm like, I found her, and I subscribed to her, and I don't even think I'm subscribed. I don't even think she's a channel anymore.
Hang on, let's take a look. See here. So here's what I found. Cat's Cradle. Got the pattern here. That's cats.
The one at the bottom. The something canning jar. That one is her.
Yeah, that's her.
These are all the same one. These are all the same one with the icon and everything, and same spelling on it. 6 years ago, 8 years ago.
Yeah. Been a while.
She just disappeared.
She did butter. She would melt the butter slowly in jars on a water bath. And as it was melting in, then she would stir it a little bit, put the lids on it, and put it on the counter. But like every 4 minutes, you had to go over and shake it.
Yeah, like this.
And shake it up. And that would maintain it. The cream would stay in there and all that. So it still would be your butter. And she would skim off the hard solids, the little bits that would float to the top, because that's always in your butter. You just don't see it until you melt it.
All right, so her
and unsalted. The other thing you really need to this is key. You want unsalted butter, because while you're cooking it, it evaporates a lot of the water out of it, and it concentrates it. And if you use a full thing of salted butter, it's going to taste really super salty. Ask me. I tried it. It's not good.
Yeah, I love my salted butter ghee. Sorry. I like the salt.
It concentrates it a lot, though. You got to really like salt.
All right. There's the answer. There's the answer to Dustin's question. Canning salted butter.
All right, so that's for you.
Yeah. I don't mind it 50-50, a partial stick of salted and a partial stick of unsalted. I just can't do the all salted.
Yeah. All right. So on Cat's Cradle here, she did most of her videos, like 6, 7, 8 years ago. She did one a year ago, a little short, minute and a half video. But not other than that, everything's at least 6 years old. So I'm not sure, but there's still a resource. She's monitoring her channel because remember when they gave us the @ and we had to pick our name, for it. She did it. She has that on there. She was monitoring her channel and doing stuff. But she's got 48,000 subscribers, 486 videos. So there is a lot.
She's got a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
she's just amazing. And she's been a wonderful resource for me too.
Yeah. And she's doing bees there. And yeah. Oh, bacon. Ooh, ooh, bacon. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, we're on dairy. We're on dairy here. Bacon, pigs. They're on a farm, sort of dairy.
Wrong animal.
Yeah, we'll do that another time. Canning meats. Make that another video sometime.
All right. Oh, definitely. The canning meats, that'd be like 4 or 5 videos, wouldn't it? Because you'd be talking about.
We could just do all the ones they don't approve: bacon, ham, hot dogs.
Oh, canning hot dogs are funny. Sorry, had to go there.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's like there's something I like, and everybody is probably going to go ew when I say what it is. Take my blender, put some ice cream in there. I put bacon crumbles in there. I put pure maple syrup in there.
And a little bit of sea salt.
Maybe some vanilla, and I'm good.
Exactly. And you run it, and then you add your milk in there, a little bit of milk in there. And you make a nice thick maple bacon
milkshake. Bacon vanilla milkshakes.
Did you see my video on Clare, Michigan, the Cops and Donuts? Maple bacon donut.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing, even out here in Maryland.
3 strips of bacon on a maple glazed donut.
The Santa Cruz, California. There's a shop there that does chocolate covered bacon and different types of chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate. The next door or 2 doors down is a donut bakery, a donut shop. They were taking the chocolate covered donuts and putting it in the maple bars with the maple on top. So I told, how about instead of putting the chocolate covered bacon in there, dipping the bacon in your maple topping and put it inside your maple bar? And they did it. They started doing that. Oh, that's so good. But anyways, back to dairy. Back to dairy.
They sell those maple bacon or those chocolate covered bacon. The candy bars in Ann Arbor, Michigan, in a very special deli down there, and I have only had one once. Somebody brought it back to me as a souvenir. Oh, very good.
Yeah, the chocolate covered bacon at Santa Cruz. I think the place has been doing it for over 50. Actually, now because it was 2007 when I was down there for the NYLT courses. They were 50 years old then.
Oh,
so they've been doing it a long time, and they claim on all the things the original chocolate covered bacon shop. So
well, maybe they bought them from there. I don't know where they sourced them, but they were all packaged and wrapped.
But everybody seems visits California. They go down to Santa Cruz, the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, and they're on the boardwalk there. So it probably spread everywhere. But all right. So we've covered milk. We've covered we don't do cream.
The heavy creams and creams.
Heavy cream. Hey, you get the heavy cream, you free up the space in your freezer, can all the meat and stuff out it, and you just freeze the cream.
Yeah. Or freeze dry it.
Or freeze dry it, yeah. We covered cheeses. We've covered butter. We've covered sour cream, which really isn't a cream. I mean, it's it's a weird thing, but so sour cream is basically better to do cream. You know, you can cream cheese, but sour cream is better to freeze dry, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Another reason, folks, to diversify your food storage options: canning, freeze drying, dehydrating, diversify.
Salting, yep.
Oh yeah.
So one more item that's technically dairy. So let's just say milk chocolate. I tried that once. Mm-hmm. I inadvertently got my hands on, you're going to kill me on this one, 3 cases of Hershey bars. It was a misorder for a customer at a Girl Scout camp. They ordered 4 boxes, but they got 4 cases. And they're like, take it, season's over, take it. I'm like, seriously? So I had, let's see, there were 36 bars in a box, and there were 24 boxes in a case. Oh, yeah. I was the hero of Halloween for 3 years. I was giving out full-size Hershey bars. Well, I'm like, I got to do something with it. Let me try canning it. So I got my jars in a water bath. I'm starting to add chocolate to melt it down. And then I just lidded them and water bath it for another, 5 minutes just to make sure the lids would seal. And they did. 2 months later, I still have the chocolate downstairs. And this is back when I first got on Rebel Canners, Tammy. So that was a long time ago. I still have yesterday. Them. I don't think they're going to melt in the jars, and there's no way to get them out. And they're in normal pint jars. So probably I tried sticking a knife in there. I can't even crumble it. I'd have to drill it out. I overcooked it and I tempered the chocolate a little too far. So now it's just a brick.
Oh, can you remelt it in a double boiler?
I'm going to try. They're not going anywhere. They're sealed, but I have the white oxidized lines in there. So there was too much air in there, and it, how chocolate gets when it oxidizes.
Yeah.
So I might try it. They're not going anywhere. I don't want to throw the jars out.
Can you stick a potato peeler in there and just make some chocolate curls?
I can't. It's a normal pint jar, so I can't even get down beyond if it was a wide mouth, I could probably heat it up and pop it out in a brick. But this is going to be fun. I'll try to. I'll take some pictures and text them to you.
Okay. I want to see that. I have done the chocolate syrup though, like for ice cream topping, and that is really good. But that's using the powdered cocoa and making it.
You're making your own chocolate syrup, the Hershey stuff or whatever brand.
It's basically,
garbage. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, but yeah, not with the good stuff, unfortunately.
Well, that's about all the milk-based things I got.
Yeah. Question. Off topic here, future topic for our discussion here. Hot dogs. What would you?
Bologna.
Italian sausages, breakfast sausages, hot dogs, bacon.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's like I'm trying the kielbasa.
Yeah,
those are sausages, right?
Yeah,
they're called sausages. Okay, hot dogs and sausages. All right, that's going to be on March 18th. Hot dogs and sausages.
Gives me some time to get some canned. I have to can some so I have my visual aids.
Yeah. Did I spell that right? Not sure I spelled that right. Yeah, I spelled it right because it skipped off what I had on there. Okay. All right. So speaking of future stuff coming up, tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping, my other channel, for those that don't know about it, that's Gray with an A. So Gray space man space prepping. Back up here. The topic is away from home disasters. Everyone preps for a disaster when they're at home. It's like, I got my get home bag. I got to get home from work. I got to do this. But they don't think about, oh, we're on vacation in another state and the disaster happens. The wife is off on a conference, or I'm off on a conference, and the family's home by themselves, and I'm off over here, and the disaster happens.
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping. Thursday night is the midnight ride on Gray Man Prepping. So Thursday at 11:55 p.m. we start the 5-minute countdown.
I'm always on that one.
Yeah.
I'm
Friday back.
I'll be there if the boys wake me up in the middle of the night.
I felt so sorry last week when I saw your name in there, and then I keep seeing your name in there. I go, oh, the boys have got to be up making noise. All right. Friday, back here on Camppatton Family Compound. Gardening essentials, plans, budgets, and seeds.
Oh.
So that's what we're going to be talking about on Friday. And that's at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I do some at 8 o'clock Eastern, some at 10 o'clock. That one's at 10 o'clock. Saturday, on Survival Saturday, Gray Man Prepping, 8 p.m. Eastern time, is deal with your vices now. So we're going to be talking about vices and dealing with them. And for those of you that refuse to deal with your coffee vice, we'll talk about what to do with that.
No.
We'll talk about how to deal with that.
I can't give up my coffee vice. I'd take up something worse.
Like I said, we'll talk about
my Wilton vice. I can't do my universal joints in my truck.
Now, I said dealing with. I didn't say giving up.
Oh, okay.
So dealing with, because I know so many of you love your coffee, and I love my ice cream. All right, so we're going to be dealing with our vices.
It's right here, next to my heart.
Yeah. And then next Monday, right here, right now, next Monday, is jams and jellies.
Well, I guess we're back, Tammy.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to try.
I have visual aids. I don't have to make any this week.
Yeah, I got visual aids too. I'm going to try. It may cost me an arm and a leg. I'm going to try to get the staff sergeant up here next Monday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know that from any normal videos that she's on are only going to be posted to channel members, except for this live stream on canning. So everything else she does, she goes on to like for Gray Man Prepping, it's on the survivalist level, and for Camppatton Family Compound, it's on the staff sergeant's boot camp.
So I'll remember to bring up. You need to can cheese, Gil.
Well, she knows. She just, it's like, no, not yet. It's like certain things, like we're not getting chickens until she's retired here. We're not getting the goats or sheep until she's retired here. That comes from her. So, all right.
He's lucky if she's lets him plant the fruit trees now. She wants to be there for helping. Like she wants to be a part of it.
Hey, depending what happens, I don't want to jinx anything. Have you heard yet on the Superbs date?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But did you see the announcement today? And I need to put another one. They now are selling their jars with the lids, and they're selling bundles of lids on Amazon.
For Superb?
Which jar is it there? Are they getting jars made for themselves?
Yes.
With their name, it has their name on it?
Yes.
I wonder who's making the jars for them. Because what was the other company that was selling their jars with Superb's lids?
Azure Standards. The same company, Fillmore.
So they're going to be making the jars for Superb as well.
Yes.
Cool.
It's
same jar.
I've known about this for a year and a half, but I couldn't talk about it till they put the
Released
announcement.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been in the works.
As long as
Cool.
they don't break.
Hey, someone somewhere.
tempered.
Welcome. Someone somewhere. I like that's a cool name. Someone somewhere. All right. So we'll have jams and jellies next Monday, and hopefully I can get the staff sergeant up here because she's been doing low sugar jams and stuff.
Nice.
And so she hasn't done a lot, but hopefully I can get her up here just to get her up here and make everybody happy. And then she'll see everybody's response to her. So hopefully we can get her up here. All righty. So that's what's coming up for the next week. Your next live is Thursday?
Thursday at noon. I'm going to try to go live. I don't have to do any more driving people around. And so I should be live from right here, hopefully.
Okay.
And I'm still trying to do a pop-up where I give away the memberships that YouTube give us. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I might try another live to see if I can do that.
Mark, which channel are you doing? Are you watching on with Chef Tech? Are you watching Tammy's or mine?
I actually put both of them on right. Let's see. I'm on which one am I on? I had both of them up my iPad here, so I think I'm on Tammy's right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That's me there.
Okay. So actually, wait a minute. That came in on mine here. Yes. Okay. So
it did?
On a second here. Yes, it came
sorry.
on mine.
Go to the other one.
No, not sorry.
Oh yeah, I was
now
on first.
I can do this myself. Now I can do this myself without have someone else hunt it down. Make sure it goes in here. All right. Okay, so that there we go. Yeah, okay, that's the proper that's the long name. So it's gonna give me the long name. So here's the link to Chef Tech. Everybody go ahead and subscribe to them. Like we had everybody subscribing to Grow TV before they had any videos out. Everybody subscribe to Chef Tech, and that way when he starts doing videos on freeze drying and stuff,
canning,
boom, we can get him up and monetized within 6-8 months.
Make your videos, make your videos, make them all private until you get so many in the can, and then release them one per week or one.
Yeah, I have all the editing software on my laptop, and I probably have about 30-40 hours of video for Magic Acres with the tractor and stuff out there. But that one I'm kind of reluctant to put out there because of a location issue.
Yeah.
But I will sooner or later. Once I move out there, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'll get my GoPro and start doing some quick freeze drying videos and stuff, things that nobody else does, and explaining things that I learn everywhere.
Even if somebody else does it, you're reaching a different audience. So even if somebody else is, I mean, I had another channel, which I absolutely adore. And she's like, well, I want to do this video, but you just did it. I'm like, yeah, but your audience is in another country. And half of your audience speaks another language. I want you to reach out and get as many people learning about canning as possible. Make the video, make it yourself, make it yours. Same with you. You have a different audience than I do, and maybe you can reach somebody I can't. So I really encourage you to make a video, even if it's the same as something somebody else has done.
And I got about 400 coworkers that are waiting for me to do something because I talk about it all the time. So that's always get them on each other friends and Facebook it, and
For everybody out there that's think about making a video, but I just saw one on. Doesn't matter. All right, these are videos on cheese, canning cheese, canning cream cheese, home mac and cheese, all the canning milk. All there's 2 cheeses. So there is lots of stuff on canning out there, and a lot of people are doing it. And not everybody is subscribed to everybody's channel. You're going to hit people that aren't, and you're going to hit people that that will. So,
and we'll watch it anyway because we all need a refresher course.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that I know that I can't learn something from somebody else.
All right.
Okay,
And we had a
I'll do
refresh
it.
on this here.
Good.
And so, Mark, you got 4 people subscribed to Chef Tech.
Oh, crap, thank you.
Sorry, 14.
I'll be getting notifications here shortly.
14, yeah, 14 subscribed there. So, all
and
right.
I hit my 10K. Thank you, Gil.
Yes,
a lot of it
I
had
saw
to,
that.
and in fact, I've like whooshed past it.
Right. Hang on, everybody. I want to see if I can do this here. Nobody drop out yet because I'm going to see if I can do something here. No, I don't want that. I'm going to try this here.
I just realized there's a button on StreamYard that says stream this to your audience.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I just saw it. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing, Tammy, right?
Yes. And yes.
I'm seeing if it'll allow me to do this.
That's what I had to set up there at the beginning. I had to go on the computer and
won't
do some.
Allow me to do that here. Okay, I just tried to gift the 5 memberships, and it wants me to pay for it. It's not, YouTube's not allowing me to give it free like I'm supposed to. Let me check one other thing here. I got the other computer set up with something on it here, so let me go in there and see if I can do that over here.
I'm told it'll tell you have to pay, and then when you click on it, that right before the actual pay thing, it lets you do it. But I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna. Okay, let me go in there and try that again. Gift memberships, 5. Pay, and it says buy. Okay, buy. And no, it's wanting the security code and everything on the credit card.
Okay. See, somebody else said that it right before that it lets them do it, but I don't know. I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
All right, so let me go. Trying to bring this other one up here. Give me a second, folks. I'm gonna see if I can make this work here. Trying to. It's a slow loader on this laptop. I don't know why it's such a slow loader on this laptop here. Okay. Come on. There it is. Okay. Membership gifting. Because when I set up the channel, they split me off into 2. They split me off into Camppatton Family Compound and Gil Patton. It's like, so. No, it's still doing it there. So yeah, they need to fix their thing so we can.
You could always spend 4 hours on the phone on hold trying to call them and ask them.
Yeah.
You got a phone number? Because I can't even get a phone number for them.
I can't even get a phone number. The emails I get are the couple of emails I got are no longer using. They've canceled those emails. So
the last thing I was told is go to Instagram. Yeah, I was told go to Instagram and complain to their Instagram account, and that was the best advice I was given. Like that makes sense. I should go to another platform and complain to them there to get attention, to get.
Yeah, and I don't have Instagram. I will never have Instagram.
I'm just saying that's what they told me. It was or not Instagram.
I've heard people talk about Instagram too, contacting YouTube.
I misspoke. Not Instagram. X, formerly known as the little bird.
Twitter. Yeah, I've heard them talking about going to those others. Yeah. Well.
But yeah.
Yeah, Kaylin says drop a tweet on Twitter. Yeah. All right, folks. So we've given you everything. We covered a lot of stuff. If you still have questions, great place for questions is Rebel Canner's Facebook page. There's a lot of people in there, a lot of great contributors in there who will answer your question really quickly and give you help and give you recipes and everything else over there. And That's probably the best place to go. There's how many do you have on that on Rebel Canners? Thousands?
Hundreds of
Hang on.
thousands.
100,000 ish.
I
Yeah.
got on board when it was like less than 15,000.
Yeah. I think you were
Yeah.
way before that even.
139.2 thousand members.
Yeah.
So over there, and there are some that are up there all the time answering stuff. And you can always tell because, well, let me just show. You can always tell the good one, top contributors. And then some that'll say admins, and some that'll say manager, moderators.
Yeah.
So, but so like someone had a boo-boo here. This is not good. My other jars are good. I did use butter when I canned it. I did not shake the jar, and something happened. Someone says it might be the solids from the butter. So there you go. Another top contributor opting to help out that top contributor. So a good place to go is over there on the Facebook group. And there it is there. Boom.
You got to, if you're not on there, you got to join. You got to fill out the form, the questionnaire.
It's so really hard. I mean, I look at it here. Oh, there you go. First one there. The staff sergeant. Woo!
Yeah,
there
it always shows
somewhere.
your friends.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's Kaylin from the chat. Yay! Like, Shadow Scout Swede. Purple Tea Bear. I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these have YouTube channels. So that I know that I'm working with. Oh, yeah. So yeah.
Hey, Gil, did you ever see the videos I tagged Camppatton in on her channel on Facebook? Because I went in there, I found one of my old videos on canning cake, and I tagged it, which probably drove it to the top. I haven't gone back on.
I usually when see people tag me, I get a thing on it. I didn't get anything on pop up saying that I was tagged. So sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. My sister does the same. Hey, I tagged you or something. I didn't get it, and then 30 minutes later it shows up.
Probably because my video is so old. It's like the admins now, they don't want it to show, but that happens.
Yeah. All right, folks. So you know what's coming up here, and for both me and Tammy and everybody, if you can, the link is still floating up there somewhere for this guy down here. This guy down here.
Thanks. That raccoon dude in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. So some may call people chat hosts. Okay. I just reading what's on the chat there. So everyone, thank you for coming in. And like I said, next week here is Jams and Jellies, and we'll get other stuff coming up. And so stay safe, stay happy, learn a new skill like pressure canning or water bath. And we'll see you around. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, Gil.